Friday afternoon at Midwest Hemp Technology. We're wrapping up the week. We had, like all week, some good things, some setbacks, some licensing we've been working on. We have to renew our hemp processing license with the Kansas Fire Marshal every year. It expires June 30th or July 30th. So we're well underway with that process. More fingerprints, background checks. At this point, done it several years in a row, so it's not really difficult. Just takes a little time. Been working on that. Licensing our hemp acres, which is a new process for us through the USDA, and so far so good. Very helpful. I have a couple lots of hemp growing as a hemp producer to register. And it's good to know, good to do that process. We help our farmers along in that process. It's new for everybody in Kansas this year. So far so good, but just paperwork related to being a farmer as pretty intense. So
positive interactions with law enforcement for the fingerprinting. So that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, especially if it was, hemp related.
Mhm.
Who knew we'd come to it?
Yeah, it's a good chance to always have some education with the officers doing your
Mhm.
fingerprinting, and appreciate that. Most of them are getting there.
Slowly.
We have to do a lot of explaining in hemp, and that's really the point of the podcast, is to maybe spread the message more than just one person at a time. So put it out here so that you can watch when it's convenient for you, and bring your questions to us. Maybe we're going to try to do this on Friday afternoons consistently. Put it on our calendar, so that's likely to happen when you do that. And just try to focus on whatever's relevant for that point in the season and give good information about hemp. So hemp products, like our Hemp Heart products that you can see up here, but also just what is going on in the world of hemp production in the annual season of things. So right now it is planting season, filing your planting report season with the USDA, and a little bit of fertilizer season to keep those baby plants going gangbusters. It's watch the weather season, see what storms are coming in, how much rain. All of our acres are dry land, non-irrigated ground, so we're always
doing a rain dance.
Yeah, but not too much of one.
Not too early.
Yeah, not too close together. Time. Yeah. So that's planting season. I'll wrap up from last year's planting season.
I think this learning curve will be manageable.
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're managing it. It's tough, people.
tough. Cutthroat
It's
industry.
Tough. No, it's not cutthroat. It's unsettled. That's okay. That's where the opportunity is.
The learning opportunities. I think that's where we should come in. We should let everybody know the difference between the hemp that you find at a smoke shop and the hemp you find at a shirt shop.
Okay. This is a sample. We're going to grades of material in here. I'm going to start with the smallest, okay? Micronized.
And what would we do with this?
This is perfect for bioplastics, pulps, bioabsorbents. This is probably about 300 microns. It is the whole stock broken down. And this, I have big plans for this material right here. Scaled up in industry. Right now, what we're doing though is a lot of this, sending out samples for companies that are doing R&D with it. And that's fine. Fines, bigger than micronized, but still really small.
Crumbly.
Kind of the same application. I actually think the person that's getting the sample, this is what they want. But this is what is going to end up working best for them. But we're sending all the samples so they can see. So fines, medium, okay, and
the ever popular.
Oh, sorry, that last one was the large. The last one was the large, and this is the medium. Okay, a little bit bigger than fines, a little bit smaller than the large. The large is mostly what people like for mulch and for animal bedding. Some people like the fines for their chickens. It has a little bit more dust in it, but it is a lot smaller pieces. And then the fiber. Okay. This is first pass fiber. It still has maybe 10% hurd in it. Not too bad.
Easily picked out.
Or ground up. We do not make textile grade fiber here at Midwest Hemp Technology. We do have a lot of good partners in the industry that do. South Bend Industrial Hemp. I sent them someone yesterday that was looking for foot-long fiber. They have it.
Wow.
We don't have foot-long fiber.
And how long is this fiber?
Oh, probably 2-3 inches. Our process involves a bale buster on the front end, and that's because our primary concern is the grain. And so after we chop the grain off, the fiber that we have left is shorter, and it's never going to be textile grade grain because even the genetics are not geared to grain or to fiber. They're geared to grain production. When you grow for fiber, you don't even really produce grain at all. There's really no grain on the plant. So we're focused on grain production. We take the grain off with a combine, and the fibers that are left are shorter to start with. The plant's only 3 feet tall after you take the fiber off. So this is just chopped up. It's inconsistently sized, but when you really start picking it apart, probably about 2 inches, 1.5 inches.
You can't spin it.
Yeah, somebody else could spin it that knows, how to spin. But we have samples here from I&D, from Tiger Fiber, and also from Panda. So if you're looking for a good textile grade fiber, we can still help point you in the right direction. Just give us a call about that.
If we don't have it, we know how to get it.
Yep. Yep. There's a lot of good people out there in the textile space or the textile grade fiber for non-wovens, but we're not it, but we supply some of them. And then we know, if you're looking for those finished products, even like the hemp texture, hemp wool, insulation, we certainly don't make that, but we can help you locate it, source it, find it. You can find it on our website, midwesthemptech.com. There's a whole page about it there. So that's a little on the materials. Next time we'll maybe spend more time talking about grain.
Perfect. Yes.
It's good stuff.
Superfood.
So good. Oh, I didn't drink my powder today.
Oh, it's not too late.
We could mix it up on here next week.
Okay.
We've been doing taste testing. And we just drink it with water. I've been putting the hemp seed oil in straight water too and just drinking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sauteing my Brussels sprouts with hemp oil.
Good stuff.
It is good.
That's a good combination, kind of a salty, briny,
nice and earthy.
It's
good stuff.
Okay, so more on hemp seed oil next time. We talked about the season. Oh, the carbon credits.
Oh, yes.
You guys, results are almost final. But we're going to say them anyway. We think all signs point to that we captured 280 tons of carbon in our hemp fields last year.
That's a ton of carbon.
280 tons of carbon.
Oh, we're saving the earth one hemp field at a time.
It's pretty cool. It's the first that I know of. It is a long cycle for carbon credits. You have to sign up for multiple years because they want the stability of the ongoing production. And we vetted a lot of companies. We went with Hemp Carbon Standard, who I feel is the best. They've been super great to work with, help us enroll all the fields. And if you're a hemp producer, even if you don't work with us, it's not too late to enroll your hemp fields in a carbon credit program for this year. They monitor by satellite. There's no equipment in your field. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up and be a part of the program. So I looked, I don't see any downside to participating. And we have to still sell the credits and generate the dollars. So if you're interested in buying our hemp carbon credits, that's an option. Open to companies looking to offset their carbon footprint. Okay, so more on that soon. Or if you have questions about carbon credits, just reach out to us. That's a good place to wrap it up, I think. Reach out to us, hit us up on the website. This is YouTube, obviously, but we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And
Amazon. We just got our first Amazon order, you guys. It took 6 months.
Jeff Bezos gatekeeping.
God.
We got to start somewhere, though. This is definitely...
We haven't focused on it a lot. It's so hard. their site. Okay, let's not go on. They're probably
Yeah.
going to shut us down.
I know.
Okay. I'm so excited. We got our first order on Amazon, so that's cool. But order on our website for retail products, hempiesart.com. But if you're a hemp producer or you're an industrial buyer, you're looking for bulk quantities of grain or fiber, we're
Or
it
Hurd.
for you. Midwest Hemp Technology. We're in Augusta, Kansas. We're here every day. You could stop by and see us if you want, or just shoot a message.
Come see some real life hemp plants
Yeah.
growing in flesh.
Mhm.
Give them a good pet.
Sniff.
Yeah.
Stop and smell
yeah,
the hemp
yeah,
plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave some of this to my aunt. The first thing she did was smell it.
You guys, people always. Are you going to get high if your house burns down? I think that's probably going to be the least of your problems, actually.
Yeah.
You might wish you were high.
I was going to say, you probably
God.
wish those were the effects
Yeah.
that you got from your house burning down.
Instead, it's the toxic styrofoam and carpet, but
Fiberglass insulation.
yeah.
Gross.
That probably, yeah, you're high.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With lung damage.
We're kind of funny too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't write my own material. It just comes right out. But
I don't filter it either.
No. Filter? What? What's a filter?
We got to keep it interesting, you know. We're committed to the hemp. The hemp is a tough, long journey. We've been at this for a while. And if you don't keep it fun, I mean,
some of us longer than others. But yes, this is definitely a long-term goal.
Yep.
There's no overnight success with this.
Well, we had to get good at growing it first, you know, and that took several years. And there's still Mother Nature or changing conditions, or, I mean, really, like Western Kansas is just going to be a tough place to grow hemp right now because nobody's going to dedicate a giant pivot irrigated acres to it. And, they really need some drought resistant crops out there, but I think it's going to require more breeding to get a good, and, there's definitely some native hemp out that way. So I think if you pulled in some of those genetics, you could make that work, but it's not a fit for every part of the country. It's not a fit for every part of Kansas probably at this exact moment. And it takes some expertise. It takes some equipment. Still
Patience.
Traditional equipment as far as you plant with a drill, you harvest with a combine. But it's a 6-foot tall plant. So harvesting it is different than wheat for sure. And it's pretty tough. It's part of its charm until you're trying to cut it down. Yeah. But we got a lot of answers, you guys. If you want to grow hemp, we have planting guides, the agronomy team with New West Genetics. That's the seed that we recommend and have worked with most successfully. Super helpful team. I had a call with a grower this morning and email with the agronomist later. He's writing right back, asking questions about nitrogen fertilizers going down and whether he was top dressing it or not. And they're super fast. So I think there's a lot of support is probably the main point to get across to prospective growers, that you don't have to know everything, but if you can connect with people who have been doing it for just a few years, there's a lot of mistakes you can cut off the front end of that and move right on into being a successful hemp farmer.
Yeah, the network of been there, tried that. This isn't what worked.
Yeah, we tried a lot of things that didn't work, but we narrowed it in year after year after year. Year 7 for me.
You're committed. I mean, I've loved hemp my whole life, but I haven't devoted 7 years of my life to this magic.
Yeah, well, the next 7.
It'll pay off.
Yeah.
Big things are going to come. Next thing you know, we're going to have them hemp-based dog poop bags. That's what I'm gearing for.
I know. The bioplastic stuff is so exciting. It really is. I'm going to talk about, I could go on, but we're the BioKansas Innovation Festival. We're going to do a session there.
Really?
About hemp and bioplastics, polymers, biomaterials.
Okay.
Yeah. We're bringing in experts.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to know, I think BioKansas Innovation Festival is open to anybody. It's in Kansas City, August 12th. And yeah, the whole thing is, the festival is about innovation, technology. There's a lot of good tech companies in Kansas City, of course. And that corridor, the animal health corridor in Topeka, Manhattan, Junction City, all those types of companies come, Merck, Hill
Okay.
Science Diet. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back.
For sure.
Hemp what you heard.